Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootlickers, shills, death slaves, serfs, peasants, vassals, meat sacks, and minions. I'm Useful Idiot. Welcome. And so, one of Trump's new executive orders, of course, is to dismantle DIE programs in the United States government. So he's going to scrap all these DEI offices within the federal structure and slowly go back to a merit-based system. A lot of this is based on the Supreme Court decision about race-based college admissions, and but I'm looking at this in the big picture because we see a huge scaling back of DEI programs across America in both the government now and the private sector. Of course, Mark Zuckerberg for Meta Facebook has closed their DEI offices, and a lot of other companies like McDonald's and Amazon have done the same, and we're seeing all the ESG rewards for DEI programs in corporations being dismantled as well. So this whole apparatus constructed over the last 4 years is being dismantled. And I think there's a couple of reasons for it. One, of course, is with Trump in office, there's going to be a huge change, and people are taking the opportunity to scrap these programs that have added a lot of difficulties for them running their businesses, and of course for the government running their offices, particularly as Trump's pointed out, safety-based things like the federal aviation operations and things like that. But I also think the fact that over the last 4 years we've seen a lot of failures of DEI appointees. There's been a lot of grifters that were DEI appointees. We've seen a lot of mayors across the country who are basically DEI elected officials that are failing, particularly someone like the mayor of Chicago. But we're also seeing a lot of problems with DEI hires, like all the people running the fire department down in California. And so, in a way, a lot of people are obviously going to have difficulties with this, thinking that we live in a systemic race, systemically racist society. But I think there's a lot of pluses here in the sense that a lot of these programs, including affirmative action, although their intentions are pretty noble, just add another layer of racism. It doesn't equalize the field at all, really, just giving handouts and tokenism to underrepresented minorities in all these services. And I think going back to a merit-based system is probably a smart move in the long run. And once again, I think California proves that. But what a surprise! I mean, it didn't take too long. Trump has only been in office a couple of days, and a lot of these moves happened just leading up to the Trump election. But like I say, I think a lot of corporations were basically strong-armed and went with the direction that we had under the Biden administration and went along with these programs, but found a lot of problems with it, a lot of failures, and going back to a merit-based, less complicated system for these corporations makes a lot of sense. And I think over the long term, this will help with the government as well. I know a lot of people are going to chafe at that, and they're still going to think we're rolling back progress and that we're not addressing racism. But I tend to think that's misguided. So once again, big changes going on in this country, and this whole social engineering project over the last 4 years under the Biden administration, or whoever the hell was running the government for the last 4 years. And it's interesting to see it being dismantled so thoroughly and so quickly. I'm a Useful Idiot. Don't you be one too.